All right. Welcome, and what? Welcome to Real Housewives of New Jersey, Season 12, Episode 12. Okay. And it opens up and we see Frank in bed cuddled up with all the stuffed animals in the kids' room, and Joe is messing around, tickling his nose with something. I don't know what it is, y'all. Okay, it doesn't matter. It's a cute little old funny scene. All right, cut to Jackie and Evan, and Evan's complaining about the bed being way too small. So Jackie tells him, hey, you can go to the hotel that Teresa and Neil is at. Anyway, Frank has said 2 times already now that basically Teresa needs to accept the way that Margaret is. And let me tell you something, I don't agree with that. So what we're doing right now, we're doing the little montage. You know that it opens up with a montage and then there's like 2 other montages somewhere in between the show. So this is the opening montage. And Frank is telling Dolores that Teresa basically needs to accept how Margaret is, that Margaret just asks questions, she's inquisitive, and blah, 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 blah. I don't agree with that. Margaret is telling Joe that she's disgusted with Teresa's behavior. All right. And Bill is asking Jen what happened to our calm Teresa. And as he says calm, he has his hands together in the namaste position, okay? And Jen says that she is namaste, but now she's like, go away, okay? Then they all gather in the kitchen and pretend to cook. I say pretend because I didn't see them, but they got meats on the counter and they're pretending to open them and asking everybody what they want to eat. Now, eventually we do see them passing on some hot eggs and stuff, but we don't actually see them cook. Anyway, Margaret says that Teresa was unprovoked. Jennifer says, but you called her a liar. Margaret doesn't officially address the provoked or unprovoked part. She doesn't address the fact that that did provoke her. What she says instead is that she is a liar. Everyone else dances around her, and she says, you know, you guys are dancing around Teresa. I don't do that dance. Margaret goes on to call Teresa a dirty, mangy dog in her confessional. Joe asks Joey what is he going to do with his sister if she starts acting up. He says he'll take her and walk her right on out. I don't know if Bravo did that on purpose, but you know, comparing her to a dog and calling her a mangy mutt and saying he'll walk her out, I don't know if they did that on purpose, but it was very distasteful. Okay, moving right along. All right. Now, as they all separate to go do their daily activities on their vacation, Dolores gets permission from Margaret to go shopping with Teresa, and the rest of the ladies go holler like off-key banjee monkey hound. It's the absolute worst singing I've ever heard in my entire life. Maybe those people shouldn't have served them a shot and a cocktail because it was effing horrible. All right, they make up a song about lady drama, breaking glass, and kicking ass. Horrible, horrible, awful, awful it was. So they're singing, and Teresa and Dolores go shopping, and the men go boating. And if I had to choose between singing, boating, and shopping, I choose shopping first. I definitely go with Teresa and Dolores shopping, honey. Mostly because I want to talk to Teresa, okay? And let me tell you guys what I would say to her. I definitely would say to Teresa, okay, girl, last night was crazy. Although I understand. I would let her know I understand where you're coming from. Because I do. I do. I myself have used the term, you know, you poke the bear too much. Okay, there are people who poke the bear too much in my life, the bear being me. So I understand that. Now, what I would tell her though is, what are we going to do the next time? Because, and this is where I would acknowledge also what Frank keeps saying, is that that's just how Margaret is. Because I would let Teresa know, you actually can't control what people say out of their trout mouth, okay? You can't control it. That's just a fact. So what are you going to do the next time? If there's a next time, which, you know, of course there will be, because that's trout mouth Margaret. What are you going to do? And it can't be throwing drinks to quench her thirst. You can't do that. So I would go shopping with Teresa and Dolores, and I talk about what do we do next instead of throwing drinks, tossing drinks at her across the table, because we can't do that again. That's not an option. You know what I'm saying? I would just keep it real, and I would talk just like that. And I would let her know that trout mouth is going to keep talking. You can't control what people say. You cannot control what people do or say. All right? You can only control yourself and how you react or respond. Me personally, I choose to respond, not react. There is a difference. Okay, get into it. If you don't know, go check out my page, www.unapologeticallysage.com. Okay. But anyway, so we would have that conversation, and I wouldn't push it too hard, too much, and I wouldn't bust in the door talking about it. First, we would shop, baby. We would shop, because them white boots that Dolores had on was so cute. Okay? So cute. And then there was some blue jean colored fringy short ankle boots that Teresa had picked up. I'm not here for it, but that looked like something Teresa would wear. So anyway, so yeah, I would go shopping. I would choose the shopping. And next it would be the boating. But I would be like Bill, and Bill said, I ain't drinking from that painless. He said he ain't drinking. He said, I'll take the bottle. I ain't drinking from no painless. Anyway, moving right along. Cut to, the men are on a boat. Okay. And Louis meets them there. Tiki doesn't go, and we're not told the reason why. Joe Gerger pulls out a dildo, and Frank puts it on. Joey cuts off the shaft and tells Frank, look, now you have some balls. Joey then offers shots from the shaft, and like I said before, I'm with Bill on this. Bill said no, he would drink from the bottle. So Joey tells him, well, you're going to have to drink 2 times as much. They slide into that muddy looking lake, and they have a good what time? That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Boot barn. Cut to the boot barn. Say what? We at the boot barn. Okay, anyway, I just wanted to say boot barn. The boot barn, okay. Dolores tells Teresa she can't keep acting like that. Dolores recalls that Jackie party, the college throwback, and says that her and Jackie got into it and that she remained calm. Well, I remember Dolores getting in Jackie's face and saying, what are you gonna do about it? And having to be pulled away. So if that's Dolores calm, I'd hate to see her worked up. She'd probably turn into Incredible Hulk. I'm just saying. What in the world? You said that was you calm? Okay, girl. Teresa says they can be in the same room, just on opposite sides of the room. Dolores suggests that Teresa apologizes. Teresa says she'll apologize to the group, but Margaret needs to apologize to her. And in her confessional, Dolores says Margaret is expecting an apology, and if she doesn't give it, it's not going to be pretty. I do wonder if the reason Dolores didn't tell Teresa those words exactly is because Teresa would have come in even hotter. Because remember, Dolores warned the ladies on the treescape that Teresa's coming in hot, but no warning for Teresa the other way around. And I imagine, okay, that if Dolores had said to Teresa, you know, Margaret is coming in hot, and she expects an apology, we know it wouldn't have been the same result. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Teresa ever heard someone was coming in hot for her, she'd probably come in with a bazooka. Okay, with a bazooka. That's how I feel. So I imagine that's probably the reason why we didn't hear Dolores tell her that she was coming in hot. I don't know. Drop that in the comments. Let me know what you think. Cut to the guys return. They all look rough, but Bill's shirt is on backwards and his hair is all over the place. But they had a good time. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Now cut to Tiki. Cut to Tiki. Cut to Tiki. Tiki is letting in the caterer and he gives her a good once over, then another once over, and then another once over, and then as the lady turns around, he's stuck on her booty. Okay, okay. I know I ain't the only one who saw that. Now, cut to that lady, the caterer, being outside and she's putting fire on the table. So I truly hope fire will not be thrown physically. All right, only fiery words, sweetie. Only fiery words, honey. Now, Dolores comes in with candy for Frank and she asks him about the balls around his neck. But I noticed that her and Teresa we're out to lunch. All right. So they're showing them doing a FaceTime, and I just noticed them out to lunch. So it made me wonder what the others had for lunch. Just plainly out of curiosity. Did they order in when they got home? Did the men eat steak on the boat? I don't know. I'm just wondering. Just me being curious. I'm just curious. And then I wonder, what did Tiki eat while he was home alone? And cut to what we actually just saw. It looked like Tiki wanted to eat the caterer. Okay, okay. If only she had come an hour earlier, they would have a juicy story for next season as their storyline. Okay, okay, okay. Because what's their storyline right now? Tell me if you know. Cut to the getting ready for dinner montage. All right, so Joey tells Melissa that Louis said he's never, ever seen her like that. And they're talking about Teresa, of course. So, Louis has never, ever seen Teresa like that. Joey asked him a good question. Joey said, how do you... Joey asked Louis, do you feel different about her now? And Louis said no. And Louis replied, your sister would die for me and I'd die for her. Okay, two things, people. Number one, I wonder what Louis would do if a man was disrespecting Teresa. What does Louis's anger actually look like when it peaked? But now I want to see. Okay. Number two, maybe he truly has not watched a previous episode of Real Housewives of New Jersey, because if he had, wouldn't he have seen her turn over the table and everything? So wouldn't he have known that she's capable of tossing a drink across a table? I'm just saying. Cut to, it's dinner time. Ow. It's country glam dinner, baby. Anyway, we see them all dressed up. Bill looks very handsome as a fully dressed cowboy. Okay. Joe Benigno looks like somebody lost their big bellied granddaddy. Okay. Now, Teresa and Louis arrives. Margaret walks right past Teresa about 2 times in her eyesight, purposefully, because she's very thirsty, as I've already said. And Teresa ignores that. Good job, Teresa. The line dancing was a cute idea, but I could have done without it. Okay? I really could have done without the little old line dancing stuff. Cut to them playing that ratchet song. Okay. On Watch What Happens Live, Andy asked Melissa and Jackie and the audience whose song was better, OC Real or Lady Drama. Now, I pick OC Real with Real Housewives of Orange County. The audience decided to lie and they picked Lady Drama. Cut to Teresa saying, oh my God, and hiding her face in Louis' chest. I'm telling you, those women sound absolutely horrible. They should have used auto tune. They really should have used auto tune. So Jennifer does look at Teresa and tells her the lyrics. The lyrics Jennifer tells Teresa is, "We're all best friends in the end." Teresa and says, "No, we're not." After the song plays, Louis takes a sip of Teresa's cocktail. So they've sat down at the table, and Teresa decides to go ahead and apologize to the group and explains that she was provoked. And she says, "When someone hurts someone I love, that's how I react." Marge gets pissy and says that's not an apology. First of all, it was for everyone except Marge. I don't know where she forgot that Margaret was told more than once that she's not apologizing to you, sweetheart. Okay. But she's going to apologize to the group. That was a group apology, so why didn't you know that? Margaret was just being Margaret, a pissy old woman, okay? She probably, you know what she probably needs? Never mind. You know what? I'm not even going to say it. I ain't going to say it right now. Anyway, so it really doesn't matter how Margaret feels. It was made very clear several times before that Teresa would not be giving Margaret an apology, okay? So Margaret's upset and she leaves. Shortly after that, Teresa leaves. Teresa does comment that Margaret eats a lot. And let me say this. I've said that before and I blamed it on production. I wasn't making fun. I was not making fun of Margaret eating a lot. What I said in the previous review and recap of mine was that Margaret's always talking about food, and I blamed it on production that they always highlight her talking about food. But Margaret does always talk about food. Now, maybe I was wrong that it was production, because if Teresa sees it, then it's not just production, okay? She does always talk about food. And I didn't say it like there was something wrong with talking about food all the time. When I said it in the recap, as a matter of fact, it was a couple of recaps ago. It was, I think when I first pointed it out, it was when Jennifer and Melissa was slap fighting, okay? That's when I first pointed it out. But I was just asking the question in general, why does production highlight Margaret talking about food all the time? Asking about food or talking about food. They do it all the time, and I blamed it on production. However, in this episode, Teresa Teresa makes a comment about her talking about food all the time. So, my bad. It's not production. That's just what she does. And I didn't body shame Margaret, and I don't think Teresa body shamed Margaret either. I think she's just making a statement of facts that Margaret talks about food all the time. God damn, that's just what she does. And they need to just knock it off with about Trout Mouth being body shamed, because if that was such the point, why is she not upset about being called Trout Mouth? Anyway, drop down in the comments. Let me know what you guys think, because guess what? That's all I have for you guys, okay? But I am going to tell you guys that over on my other channel, Indigo Sage Tarot, what's getting ready to come up is the energy of the reunion. I suggest you guys don't miss that. That is my next video on my channel, Indigo Sage Tarot, okay? My sister channel, my original channel. It will be the reunion energy. And guess what, you guys? For the first time ever, I'm going to include the men's energy. Okay? Get into it. Get all the way into it. Thank you for your support. Thank you so much for your support. Don't forget to click like. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And I will see you real soon over on my other channel. All right? Let's get into what their energy is going into this reunion. Okay? Because it's going to be juicy. All right. Bye.